Hello and welcome to Engine Adventures review of this 2022 Toyota Corolla Cross. All right, this thing kind of competes with the Honda CHR, I believe it's called, Mazda CX-30, Volkswagen Taos, kind of that range of vehicles. It seems a little bigger than I expected to be in that range, but it is quite small. And I'd actually compare it to my 1999 Jeep Cherokee. It's about that size. And it is powered by a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder, just a basic engine, no hybrid system, no turbos. It's just a solid, reliable piece of machinery. Right here we have some 18-inch wheels, and I do again like the two-tone. And this one, let's see, yep, I can see the machining marks there. So they do the whole thing in black and they come back and they machine off the surface there, and it's actually like a contoured surface, so it swoops up there in the center. I think they look really nice. 225/55 R18 tires. These are Goodyear Assurance and probably more focused on economy and maybe long life than anything else. It does have LED headlights, but I haven't figured out these lights yet, so I'll have to take a look at that. I wonder, I didn't find a fog light button or anything, but I wonder if they turn on when you turn the wheel while you're driving. Let's pop the hood. All right, underneath the hood, transverse mounted, 4 coil packs there right on top. It's 2-liter 4-cylinder. Man, this thing actually looks really quite easy to work on. But yeah, overall, that's really a simple, basic engine, easy to access, easy to work on, should be reliable long term, and doesn't have any of the complicated new systems in it, which is quite nice. Also, that oil, 0W16, that's a really thin oil for good efficiency. It actually says 2-liter right there on the firewall, or heat shield for the firewall. All right, here inside, it is a fairly basic machine. And I mean, it does have all the features you need, but it's not, it just doesn't seem overwhelmed with features and buttons and stuff like that. So, obviously power mirrors. Here's your auto high beams. That's just adjust the brightness inside. And all the way down here is the rear hatch button. I don't know if that's even gonna show up. And to open your fuel door, there's this lever right here. It does have a decent amount of information here in the steering wheel. And so you push these buttons there to control the driver information center. Shows you what the all-wheel drive system's doing. Plenty of different bouts of information there. I don't know what to call it. Your economy and whether your cruise control and lane keep assist are on or off, and you can control those there with your adaptive cruise right here. Mode for the radio, switch through the presets, or if you hold it, it doesn't. Interesting. I don't know what it's doing now. Anyway, and there we go, that one worked. So if you hold it, it does scroll through one at a time until you hear that beep. Sorry about that. Anyway, voice activation, phone stuff, all that over here. It's, like I said, it's pretty well equipped, but it's just, it looks pretty simple and basic, and it doesn't have any extra features or anything. It's all-wheel drive, but There are no drive modes. There's no buttons to push to lock it into all-wheel drive or to not and whatever. It's just a super straightforward system. And obviously there are other versions. I imagine the hybrid version is going to have some more buttons and stuff instead of blanks in a lot of these positions. But it does have heated seats here for the front seats. Wireless phone charging down here, and it actually has a power button so you can turn that on and off. So you can store other things in there when you're not charging your phone without any worries. CVT transmission still has the manual mode, and parking brake, the hold for when you pull up to a stoplight, you can push the brake pedal down a little bit harder and it will hold the brake for you so you don't have to keep your foot on the brake. Up here, did I already say traction control and the engine stop start? Buttons are there. 2 cup holders in the center armrest, one 12-volt outlet, and this thing is tiny. Like maybe you could fit a CD case in there, but more along the lines of cassette tapes. So not a lot of room in there. Up here, just lighting, and then it does have the sunroof with the open and close on this side and up and down on that side. The visors do have the extra slide out sunshade on them. Yeah, that's about it for here in the front. Let's move on to the second row. Up front, it does have these nice looking kick plates that say Corolla Cross on them on the rear. You get a kick plate, but it doesn't have the nice Corolla Cross on it. So a little tight back here. The seat is just barely back from where I would normally sit. So for a lot of people, that is where they would sit. And cup holder here, power window, and it's automatic. Vents, and let's see if I can get that shot. Can't really. There are 2 USB ports down here. One's a USB-C and the other is a USB-A. So I don't know how well you can see that. Anyway, it does have the fold down center armrest here, and the seats are split 40-20-40, so you can just fold down this center section. Oh no, you can't. It's just a seam right there. So they're split 60-40 with the passenger side being the 60, and we'll look at this more in the cargo area, but there is a little bit of a lip here. If you're trying to go smooth across there, there is a lip on that spot. And one light here in the center, grab handles on either side. For the most part, that's it. I mean, there's not a whole lot to this vehicle, like I said, but it is comfortable to drive. The space is okay in it. And I did actually, when I was driving it, you'll see this later, but I filmed this earlier. I was unsure of what the price would be, guessing around $30,000, and it came out to about $33,000, which I think is about the right price for what you're getting here. It's not overpriced, it's not super good value, underpriced, whatever. And yeah, anyway, it's got these weird cubbies here. I mean, it's not weird except for it's super narrow, and especially up here at the front, it gets really narrow. It has those on both sides. This one's a little bit wider because it does have a JBL 9-speaker system, I believe. And then underneath here, spare tire. All your stuff to change a spare tire. I'm not even sure what this part is, but anyway, underneath this, spare tire, your jack, and everything will be underneath here as well. And then you get some additional little storage cubbies for those who like to have a little extra storage. The weird thing here is this is all the way back, and you can see down in there all the way across. There are 4 anchors to tie stuff down. It does have the mounts for the cargo cover, shade, and I'm not sure because there's an extra set down here as well. These 2, so that one is quite a bit wider than this one, so I don't know if that would be the same feature. Maybe it has something that sticks out further so you can get to that, or maybe that's something to do with a shelf or something like that for a different version. Well, is this thing? No. All right. And it does have the upgraded power hatch as well. All right, as you can see, the base price has been cut off. This is a Corolla Cross XLE all-wheel drive in Celestite Gray Metallic. And final assembly point, Huntsville, Alabama. 30 mpg combined, 32 highway, 29 city. Pretty good out of this 2-liter engine, and it rates 6 out of 10 when compared to the rest of its class, and a little bit better on emissions than that. Has dual variable valve timing and a CVT, all-wheel drive of course, 18-inch alloy wheels. A lot of standard safety and convenience features, and it does have this upgraded Audio Plus 8-inch touchscreen with 9 JBL speakers. It sounds pretty good in the mid-range. If you're low, it doesn't sound quite as good in the upper range. I don't listen to music super loud, so I can't tell you that, but it actually sounds pretty good for most volumes where I listen to it. And that's 1465. Moonroof with the power back door package combined, 1250. And we showed you that earlier, and the power back door. Anyway, auto leveling adaptive front lighting system at 615. The floor mats are 249. The frameless HomeLink mirror 175. Door sill protectors 179. Crossbars on the roof 299. Rear bumper protector 79. And I got, oh yeah, activity mount $399, and I'm not sure what the activity mount is, so we'll take a look at that in just a second. Delivery processing and handling fee $12.15 for a total of $33,550. So base price probably around $27,000, $28,000, and then as equipped $33,000. That's about on par. That's kind of what I expected. Sounds like a lot of money for what you're getting, but that's just what vehicles cost anymore. And it drives really nice for that price. It's a nice little vehicle. It's small for sure. I mean, I can easily reach across, open the doors, whatever. I can reach the back doors on either side pretty easily. Just can't reach the rear hatch. Anyway, it's a small vehicle and kind of in the price range I expected it to be. And really, in today's environment where everything's moving electric and hybrid and turbos and whatever, it's nice to see just this 2-liter basic engine. I mean, it only puts out 169 horsepower and 151 foot-pounds of torque, but sometimes reliability and durability are more important than power output. Here is the activity mount. It's an 1.25-inch receiver, so you can mount bike racks and things like that. I believe they said it has, yeah, 100-pound capacity right there. So it's not really for towing anything, but it's for mounting, you know, a cargo basket, bike racks, whatever, just to put some little things on there and give you more room and versatility. Cruising on the freeway in the Corolla Cross. It drives very nice. I mean, it's a new vehicle, it should. It's not overly loud, it's not super quiet in here. It's kind of maybe an average for this vehicle, and I actually haven't looked at the Monroney yet, so I don't know how much this thing costs, but I hope that it's lower, like in the 30s maximum, you know. So it drives actually really well. It's got a 2-liter 4-cylinder that doesn't put out a lot of horsepower or torque. Horsepower is okay, torque's at like, I can't remember, 150 foot-pounds or something like that. But it is attached to a CVT transmission, and it actually does pretty good. It's not, like I said, the power's not there. You can't fake it and make it seem like there's way more power than there is, but it does do okay. It does just fine. And I've been averaging about 30 miles per gallon, 29.8, which is pretty good. And this thing is a small vehicle, and I don't know, it drives great. 30 miles per gallon is acceptable, especially because it's kind of a basic engine. It doesn't have turbos or hybrid system or anything to increase that fuel mileage when you're out in it. Obviously turbos can hurt your fuel mileage once you get into, you know, using more power or whatever. It's going to be hurting your fuel mileage, but as is, it does quite well fuel mileage wise. It should be a good, solid, reliable engine, and yeah, it drives great. It's easy to drive it. It's precise in the steering. Brakes are pretty smooth and predictable, and that's the one thing that I always tout as being the most important, is whether or not a vehicle is predictable. And this thing is. So it's overall just a smooth ride. I don't feel any harsh bumps or anything. Everything does what it should. Maybe a tiny bit noisy inside, but it cruises along just fine, and the noise isn't enough to bother me by any means, but just a little bit louder, more wind noise and road noise than some other vehicles that I've tested. And maybe like even I don't know, HRV or whatever from Honda, or the Mazda CX-30. Those ones seem to be a little bit quieter than this one is. All right, here we are in the S-curves. You can see once we're above like 20 miles an hour, the power split is more like 80 front, 20 rear. And when you jump back on the power, it goes back to 50-50 and then kind of works its way back to front wheel drive. Not bad at all. I like that when you're at lower speeds, it does more all-wheel drive, and then as you get into higher speeds, it's more front-wheel drive for better efficiency. Handling's good, precise, no issues there at all. Let's go ahead and do a 0 to 60, and 3, 2, 1, go. Again, flat footing. Let's do that again. Get in front of this truck here. Hopefully we have enough room to get to 60 now. The auto stop start was on, so we'll do that again. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't think we're gonna make it. How is it like 58? All right, I'm gonna flip it around. We'll try it one more time. 3, 2, 1, go. Again, it was showing full power on both of them initially. I need to look at that on the launch instead of after I've launched. Okay. Real quick, cargo capacity is 940 minus 18 pounds, so 922, which is, oh, I don't know, a little bit low, but not terribly low. And with that, we're done with this video. Thank you for watching Engine Adventures review of this 2022 Toyota Corolla Cross. It's a fun little car to drive. Small, maneuverable, drives well, handles well, everything's nice and tight, of course, brand new, that's what you would expect. The steering is direct, the vehicle is very predictable, no turbos, no hybrid system to get confused. I mean, you push on the gas, it's got a CVT, and it just goes. Yeah, I would say it's a great, reliable little vehicle. It's not super powerful, but it's got enough power to get around, do what you need to do, and not very spacious. If you've got a family of 4, you're gonna be tight, even with young kids, whatever. You can fit the 2 car seats in there. 3, it's gonna be too narrow for most car seats. Anyway, it's at a decent price, $30,000-ish. This one's $33,500, but overall, really not a bad vehicle. All-wheel drive capability. Be sure to check out the off-road video of it if you haven't. Again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications. Give me a thumbs up
and comment down below. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and be sure to let me know what you want to see, what tests you want to see, what features you want to see, whatever. If there's different things you want me to film, let me know so I can focus on that in future videos. Thanks again. Have a great day.